Welcome inside Larry Robinson Arena in Metcalfe, Ontario for the Metcalfe Jets and the St-Isidore Eagles. My name is Tommy Young, and you are watching on the Metcalfe Jets YouTube page. Welcome inside Larry Robinson Arena. We're just about set for opening puck drop. Both teams just making their way to the ice in a late season tilt. Isidore looking to boost themselves in the standings, currently in fifth, just 7 points behind Gatineau-Haut-Vaillant for fourth place. Metcalfe down at the bottom, looking to get something going in this game. We'll take it down rinkside to O Canada, and then your opening puck drop. All set for a fantastic evening of hockey here from Larry Robinson Arena in Metcalfe, Ontario. The St-Isidore Eagles rolling into town against the Metcalfe Jets. These two teams were supposed to play back in December, but that game was canceled due to inclement weather, and so it's been rescheduled to today. A couple of teams eager to get back at it after having missed that game. The last time these two teams played was, I believe, in 2022. Yes, it was back in December the 11th in St-Isidore. These two teams played to a 3-3 tie, with the goals coming for the Metcalfe Jets from Lachlan Brown, Will Colborne, and Simon Gagne. We're all set for opening puck drop, and we're ready here at center ice. Both teams getting ready to go. It'll be Talbot and it'll be Howell in to take the draw right off the face-offs. Referees exchanging high fives, and we're all set to go. 20 minutes on the board, 9:15 p.m., a late game on the practice time for the Metcalfe Jets, and they'll lose the draw right off the bat. Isidore setting it back to their defense, but it'll be one back. Oh, my camera is locked up. There we are. All right, it'll be one back and sent in deep. Metcalfe trying to send that one out. It's batted inside the Metcalfe zone, and so they'll have to retreat behind their net. Trying to work out from his net is Kessie. He'll take a couple of fakes either way, and he'll send a long stretch pass off the stick of Howell. Couldn't quite keep on it, and it'll drift down into the St-Isidore corner. Turned away there by Jack Johnston, but he wasn't able to continue to hold possession, and so St-Isidore will send it out. Kessie holds the line, but it's only for a moment, and away go the Eagles. Trying to fight his way free there, and he couldn't get all the way free, was Payet, and so Metcalfe will regain possession. Brachot trying to fight it out of the corner. He couldn't quite get it there, and so it'll be brought around to the far side. Another high pass there by Kessie will go off the ceiling here in Metcalfe. A nice early start. Both teams getting on the attack. Not sure there's a shot on the board yet, but both teams getting some great chances on this one. It's a late night here. This is the Metcalfe Jets practice time, but there's going to be a game here. No intermission antics, and so it'll just be a very quick, hopefully quick hockey game. Send up the middle there to Bisson, but couldn't quite hit him. It'll be knocked back in by Poole. Back minus net to get it is Curtis Johnston. He'll send that one ahead and misses everybody he wanted to hit, and it goes all the way to Atkins. He'll send that off the board, and it'll be backhanded ahead and deep into the Metcalfe zone. Skipped off of Johnston's stick, so it'll be no icing. And it's turned over now. Out in the slot. A good shot there and a block. Good block out in front by the captain, Allard. Isidore still fighting it free in the corner. Trying to get it free, but Allard's fighting it up the boards, and it goes to Bercier. He takes a hit, and it's held into the line. Trying to sift that one through to the middle. They couldn't quite get it there, and it'll come all the way out. Sent all the way back in again, and it'll come to the Metcalfe blue line, but it's held there by Johnston. Trying to hit Chatelain there, but he couldn't quite get it to him. That one will go all the way through, and it'll come all the way back down, and Curtis Johnson will have to loop behind his own net. The forward playing defense tonight. Down another defenseman, Aiden Mellenhorst, not in the lineup tonight. As Ferran sends that one across to his D partner. They'll walk it back into the St. Isidore zone. A good forecheck there from Beggs. But ahead go the Eagles. Over the line, 3-on-1, cutting through to the middle, and a good save there by Champagne. A good stop. And it'll be sent back into the middle again, but couldn't quite find the right stick. A pad save, rebound is there, they score! On the back door, he was all alone. And he knocked that one into the net. That'll be Leroy getting the goal on that one on the rebound right off the draw. A good save by the goaltender Champagne, just unable to find a way to get to that rebound, all alone out in front. And Leroy makes them pay. One draw by Isidore. It'll come back into their own zone, and they'll fight for it. It'll get knocked ahead, although Metcalfe able to knock it back over the line. Bulls getting it in deep, and they'll have to work out with it. Sending it all the way up. It'll skip past Byrne and go all the way down for an icing. An early goal here for the Eagles just over 2 minutes into the game, and not the start that the Metcalfe Jets were looking for. That one won there by St. Isidore, and they'll work it around. Sent it off the glass. It'll be knocked back in by Braden Beard. And Metcalfe will have to chase after it. Bulls on the forecheck, trying to fight that free in the corner. It'll be sent up and into the roof once again, so another offensive zone draw for Metcalfe. Arnaud Leroy, apologize if I'm butchering that name, his 5th goal of the season. Gets the Eagles on the board. That one held in just actually outside the line, and so Metcalfe will have to tag up. That one sent up ahead, trying to get that through, and it'll get to another target. Gaudreau into the corner, trying to fight that free. It'll get knocked out behind the net for Beard, and he'll send that one around the boards. Held into the line by Levac. He can't hold it in the line, actually, and it'll skip out. Bowles has the puck, and he'll dump that one in. It'll go behind the net for Sove to hang on to, and he'll send that one around. Holding the line there was Beard, trying to keep that one in the zone, but it'll go off of him and out of play. Face off one there and tied up right off the draw, trying to fight it free, and it'll eventually sneak through to the corner. Will be knocked around by Levac. Carrying it through the middle, he's knocked off the puck, and it's held into the line. Trying to get to that one. Howell sending that one across, but nobody was there, and it's picked off. Levac up the half wall. He'll send that one off the glass, and it'll be held there at the Metcalfe blue line by Lachlan Brown. He turns it over right in the middle there, and a pad save. Rebound is there, and another good save by Champagne. That one comes out. Trying to fight his way free was Payet, but he couldn't quite get the right angle. He's stepped into there by Lachlan Brown. A good hit down in the corner. Trying to go for the Michigan around behind, and the shot out front, and they score. Trying to get the Michigan to work. Didn't quite get there, but it gets out front to Cloutier. And he knocks that one above the glove of Champagne, and it's 2-0 for St. Isidore. Justin Cloutier getting his 12th goal of the season. And giving St. Isidore a 2-0 lead. That one won right off the draw, and it goes back into the Metcalfe zone. Fighting for it is Johnston, but he'll be able to win the race to that puck and send it around. Bercier down behind for Allard. It's knocked off of him and out into the slot, but they couldn't quite get the puck to a St. Isidore stick. It'll be knocked out there by Bercier, and St. Isidore will have to work from their own zone. Back in their own line. Sent up through the middle, and then left there, but couldn't quite get on it. Fighting for it along the near side boards. It'll be sent ahead. Johnston trying to clear the line. He does, and it'll come offside for the Eagles. Dumping that one in. It'll be on goal and kicked aside to Allard. He'll reverse that around, and Bercier will work out. Julian Bercier off the boards. Hits Bisson in stride. Said Bisson over the line. Blocker save. Rebound is there, but a diving poke from McBain saves a goal. Another shot there. That one just went wide. Johnston sending that one back in behind. Bisson fighting for it. Bercier fighting for it. The defenseman lost his stick, and now he's trying to fight in for that puck. Bercier comes out with it. Can't get it through the feet of the Eagles player, although he'll recover the puck. Getting sent into the St-Isidore bench, and there's going to be a penalty coming for head contact to the St-Isidore Eagles. Metcalfe going right to the power play right after that chance. And they're going to get a good chance to try to get themselves back into this game with the man advantage. 14:51 to go here in the first period. 2-0 the score for the Eagles. That one tied up right off the draw and one behind the net. Trying to fight it free. It'll come to the point. Walking the line is Takesi, who puts that one down into the corner, but couldn't quite find the stick that he wanted. Bowles gets knocked off of it, and it'll go all the way down and right on goal for Champaign to stop. They'll leave it there, and Metcalfe working out of their own zone. Takesi cutting around. He'll stop back and look for the right shot. Leaves it for Lachlan Brown, who cuts in with speed. Lachlan Brown through the middle, takes that shot. It's off the toe and sticks under the pad of Sove. Our starting goaltenders for tonight's game, it'll be Derek Champaign for the Metcalfe Jets and Matthew Sove for the St-Isidore Eagles. Sove is 10-5-1 this season with a .436 goals against average. As a shot there goes right off the blocker of Sove, and a scramble out in front. They're trying to fight it free, and that one will go all the way down the ice. Champaign out to get it behind his net. He is 1-8-1 with a .553 goals against average. They'll get that one ahead. It'll be knocked down by Brown. He gets knocked down, and Takesi trying to fight it free in the corner. Almost won back there by Cloutier, but Metcalfe able to regain possession. 1 minute to go in the Metcalfe power play. Andrew Franze is cutting up the wing. He's going to walk over the line, try to take that shot. It goes off a shin pad. He's backed up there by Beggs, although they can't hold the line, and they'll come down to Metcalfe's zone once again. Working out with it is Takesi, cutting through the middle, and he'll leave it there. Lachlan Brown got some speed on him. He's going to cut all the way through. Brown lost the handle on it and is knocked out once again, but that one goes into the netting. And it'll stay just outside the Eagles' line. Couldn't quite get all of the glass on that one. It just goes up and out. And so it'll be back actually into the Eagles' zone. Face-off won there by the Jets. Back at the point. Takes that shot through or passes it to the corner. Brasheau with a shot. Blockered away off the pad. Now working back with possession again. Back down into the corner. It's sent around for an Eagles stick by the defender, but Brasheau is first on it. Back at the point. Back to Brasheau. All the way across through the crease, but wasn't able to quite get there. It was knocked away. Howell knocking that one back in. It's scrambling around and held to the line by Brasheau. Sending that one across, but it's off the skates of an Eagles player, and as the player comes out of the box, it'll come all the way down and onto the paddle of Derek Champaign. Beard sends it off the boards, and Allard will loop it back around. Curtis Johnston. He's going to send that one up through center. Brasheau leaves it there. It couldn't quite get to the guy he wanted, but Howell picks it up anyway. Howell cutting free, trying to fight that puck loose, and he couldn't quite get it. Shot there from Beard way wide of the nets, and he slams the stick in frustration. Couple of players fighting for it. Johnston right in on it. Couldn't quite get it loose, and Isidore's away. Knocking it in. It'll be just not icing, as Beard was able to get there before the goal line, and Johnston will have to go back for it. Jack Johnston in his own zone. Hits that one up the boards. Cutting across. Trying to send that one through the middle was Chatelain. He'll get his own pass back after it bounced off a couple of Eagles players. Levac gets the puck back, and he'll circle into the corner, into the check of Chatelain, although he'll hang on to the puck. Sending that one across there. Trying to get that one out was Talbot, but he couldn't get past Bisson. Bisson down into the middle, a diving poke there from Sove, knocking the puck away and saving maybe a sure goal. All alone out in front was Bercier, and he got knocked down by the dive poke of Sauve. Sending that one ahead there was the Metcalfe defense trying to hit Chatland. Couldn't get it there, and Sauve will leave it behind his net. Levac misses that puck. Bercier in the corner. He's knocked off of it. Gets picked up by Chatland on the backhand. Cutting through, leaving it there, but didn't quite hit the target he wanted, and the Eagles are away. Talbot into the middle. Takes that shot right and scores. Paillet roofs that one up over the glove of Champagne once again. And the Eagles are out to a 3-0 lead with 11:10 to go in the first period. Zachary Paillet, his 10th goal of the season, hitting double digits. And St-Isidore is out to a quick 3-0 lead. That puck won by the Eagles. They'll try to work it ahead and over the line. Couldn't quite get it there was Talbot, and it'll go in deep. Fighting it free, and it'll go to the side. Paillet sending that one behind the net. Out into the slot. Couldn't quite get there. Bowles went off his skate, and Gagne will send it ahead. It'll be no icing as it goes into the Metcalfe or into the Isidore zone. Sauve comes out to play it, and it'll be one up along the boards. 3 Jets and 2 Eagles in there fighting for it. Gertz backs out, and it's 2-on-2. And it squeaks free, and an Eagles the first one on it, and they're out. With speed, dumping it in right on goal, and a glove save by Champagne. And he'll cover that one up and hang on, with Gaudreau cutting in on him with speed. 3 quick goals for St-Isidore in the first 9 minutes of this game. And the Jets on the back foot early. Face off to the right of Champagne. It'll be one back by Metcalfe. Sending that one up, but it's off the stick. Allard couldn't get that one through Paillet. Comes back to the point now. Sending that one back in deep. And now down deep into the corner to get it. Chagnon. Lost the puck there, and Metcalfe will try to work it out. Franzese couldn't get it quite past Levac at the line. He'll hold it in again, and that puck goes all the way through the center. Couldn't quite hit Kluhl with that one. Comes loose into the middle. Trying to take the shot. He's descended upon by green jerseys. Couldn't get there, and now finally they're out over the line. It'll be dumped in and chased after. Collins chasing after that one. Couldn't quite get there, and the Eagles send it around the boards. Up to the middle. Collins holds it in. He'll bat that one into the corner. And Chagnon will send that one all the way around. Allard into the middle. Franzese got a tip on it, but couldn't get it on goal. Sent up the boards. Held to the line there. Beard couldn't get a stick on it after he gloved it down, and Allard will have to go back to his own zone. Beggs hits Beard. Beard cutting through the middle. He ran into a player, but he got it ahead. Brachot over the line. Takes that shot. Pad save off the paddle of Sauve, and the rebound will go to an Eagles player. They'll work it out of their own zone. Beard at the red line. Backhanding that one high, and Johnston bats it into the St-Isidore bench. So that one will be a stoppage of play, and it'll be outside the Metcalfe line as it was knocked down by a Jets player. 9:08 to go. Champagne out of the net. Samuel Poulin has entered the game for the Metcalfe Jets, and he's immediately put to work as he goes out behind the net to stop that puck. Leaves that for his defenseman, and they work it up. Johnston all the way across. Howell cutting through the middle. Couldn't quite get it to the player he wanted to, and the Eagles are able to send that back out to Kessie. With speed, having to cut back in his own zone. Stomps up behind the net of Poulin, and he'll send that one up to the middle. Johnston through the slot. Lucky he didn't lose that puck as he had to work it to the corner. Brachot. Johnston looking for a penalty. Not going to get one, and that puck comes outside. Atkins sending that in deep. Just over the stick of Poulin, and it comes to the far side boards. Couldn't get a handle on it with the Eagles, and away come the Jets. To Kessie, to the middle. Johnston cutting in. He'll take that shot, but it's way wide. More of a dump in than a shot. And it'll get stuck on the back of the net. Johnston with a good check there, but the puck is stuck on the back of the netting. And so it'll stay there. Derek Champagne, 3 goals against, and unfortunately for him, that's going to be it, perhaps it for his night. Samuel Poulin coming over from the Almont Inferno earlier this year. This will be his 8th game for the Jets. as he knocks that one, as that puck is won off the faceoff, and the Eagles try to work it out. Gaudreau sending that one in deep. Loops around behind the net. And it'll come bouncing off the boards at a weird angle, and it's held in the line. Poked outside now as Ferrand will have to send that one in. Trying to knock that one ahead was Chatland, and Bercier will end up actually being able to send that one in. Chatland trying to fight that puck free from two Eagles players now, and it's held in the line by Brown. He'll send that one around behind the net. Bercier was held up, and he couldn't quite get there. Curtis Johnston with a little spin move. He couldn't hang on to the puck, and the Eagles defender is going to come out with it. Trying to send that one ahead. It's off the shin pads of Bercier. Trying to put that out in front. It's off the paddle of the goaltender, Sov. Oh, they can't clear the line. Johnston behind the net now. Bercier in the near side corner. He's checked. Sends that one back to Johnston. Takes that shot. It's a good pad save. Rebound is there. And a dive by Sov keeps that puck out of the net. Couldn't hang on to it, though. Brown tipped in there by Bisson. That one will actually come outside the line, and it'll be an icing, much to the efforts of Gaudreau trying to get to that puck, but it'll be an icing on the St-Isidore Eagles. A great offensive zone shift for the Metcalfe Jets. Beggs, Chatland, and Bercier getting all and everywhere. Sorry, Bisson with Chatland and Bercier just continuing to hound that puck inside the Isidore line. Jets win the draw, and Gagne does a loop around the net. He'll send that one in deep, and it goes off the dashers and into the near side corner. Sent back around by Prou. Now it'll be knocked out of the line, but it's going to be another icing on the St-Isidore Eagles. Prou couldn't get there in time. And so again, the puck will come right back down to the Eagles' end. Another face-off to the right of Matthew Sov. Actually, it'll be to his left, and it'll be won by the Jets. Tied up right off the draw, and they couldn't quite get possession of it. Beard can hold the line, but Bowles does. He puts it off of Beard, and it goes outside into center ice. Dumped in by Allard. And the Eagles will work out from behind their own net. Sending that one ahead. Prou. All the way over. 2-on-1. Takes that shot. It's off the toe of Poulin. His first stop of the night. Metcalfe able to work right back out as that puck came all the way out to center ice. Down to the corner now. Fighting it free. And taking a check there with the Eagles defenseman. And trying to fight that free. Couple players on him. He'll send that one up and into the netting and out of play. That's Savage fighting against the whole line. A number of Jet sweaters descending upon him, and he just couldn't quite get the puck out cleanly. It goes off of him and up into the netting. That puck won by the Jets. Back to the point. Takes that shot through. It's off a shin pad, and Gaudreau's away. Gaudreau on a breakaway. Shoots, and he missed the net high. He went all the way over the top of the net from in close. That pass out into the middle couldn't quite find an Eagles player. And all the way out to get it is LaFosse. He'll loop back to his own zone, sending that one ahead. Off a Jet stick, but it'll get there anyway. Garreau. Down behind the net. Leroy. Into the far side corner, but it'll be knocked out by Collins. Held the line there by Garreau. Not to be confused with Gaudreau, it's Garreau. And that one will come all the way around. Levac can't hold the line. He does hold the line, but it'll be a penalty coming. It'll be a head contact penalty. I'm not sure who it's going to. It's going to be Sabarin for the Eagles. Metcalfe going back to the power play. Unsuccessful so far. Justin Sabarin heading to the box. He has 31 penalty minutes on the season so far, so that'll go up to 33 for him. Face off to the left to Sov. 5:22 left to go in this one. It'll be won by the Eagles, and they'll dump it down the ice immediately. Poulin stops that one up, and he'll leave it there to Kessie. Stops up behind his own net. Working free with it to Kessie, sending that one up the boards. Over the line. Brachod couldn't get it through, and it'll come back to Lachlan Brown at the Metcalfe line. It's knocked off of his stick, but luckily he's able to get there as it was just a flyby from Talbot, and they'll be able to work it out of their own zone. Brachod over the line to the middle. Johnston with a shot right into the chest of Sove, and a good save. Another good chance for Metcalfe coming in on the rush, just couldn't get a shot off. Or they did get a shot off, rather. Johnston put that one right into the chest of the goaltender Sove, and another good save by the Isidore keeper. Bisson in to take the draw on the power play. Minute 24 still to go. He'll win that one ahead, and Chatelain will knock that one around. It goes into the middle, but it'll be knocked away and sent all the way down the ice. Poulin stops it there, and he'll leave it for Brown. Brown makes a signal to his team. He's going to wait behind the net, and he's going to take a step out. It's that one across. It's off the stick of Takesi and into the Jets bench. And so that one will be back into the Metcalfe zone. So a defensive zone draw, unforced, on the power play. 4:27 still to go here. Metcalfe showing signs of life, especially with this power play here. See if they can get something going. Jets win the draw, and Takesi will drop that one back, and Brown will work out with speed. Lachlan Brown loves to use that speed on the power play. He'll cut in over the line. Brown with a shot, just bounces through and just wide of the net. Bisson can't hold it in. He will the second time he tries to, and he'll get that one into the corner. Bisson, Chatelain at the hash marks, down back behind the net to Bisson. Back out to Chatelain, top of the circles. Walks in the middle, takes that shot off the blocker of Sove. Near side corner. Bercier, back down to Kessie. Down behind the goal line. Dylan to Kessie, cutting around. He'll get that back to the point to Brown. Brown takes that shot through off the shoulder. Rebound is there. Another chance, so they couldn't quite get it on goal. Chatelain, great chance on the rebound there. Bisson in the corner, out in front off the paddle of Sove, and a good dive to cover that one up. Another couple of great chances for the Metcalfe Jets in this power play. They'll have 13 seconds to try and get another one through, but a couple of fantastic saves from Sove, keeping the Eagles with a 3-goal lead. Metcalfe really pushing, trying to get at least one on the board with 3:36 to go. Back to the point. Johnston sends that one around for Gertz. It'll go down to the corner to Simon Gagné. That one now won back by the Eagles. They'll chip that one out to center. It'll go all the way in, and that'll do it for the Jets' power play. 0 for 2 thus far, but some all-important momentum gathered on that one. Sent off the glass into center. Goes around Ferran, and they'll be beaten to that puck. Gagné back. Gertz takes that shot off the blocker of the goaltender. Out in front again. Couldn't quite find the stick of Bowles. Knocked ahead now with speed. Cutting through, but a good stick from Allard. Putting the Eagles offside and stopping maybe a clean breakaway with a great stick check there by the captain, Tyler Allard. That one goes around. Can't quite get there with Bowles, and so it'll be knocked back in by the Eagles. Allard up to Johnston. He gets checked. Gertz trying to fight that one free. It'll eventually spring over the line, and Ferran will send it across to his partner. Dumped in there, kitty corner, and it'll come down for Curtis Johnston. Sends that one ahead. Gertz wasn't quite ready for it, but Gagné is going to be there for him. He'll knock that one in on goal, and it'll be covered up there by Sove. Some more good chances for Metcalfe. Able to clear that one easily. Get it down the ice, and a dump in there on goal. Trying to get him to direct it to the corner. Couldn't quite get him to do so. And so it'll be a face-off in the Eagles zone. Collins in to take it, but he loses that draw. Sent around there by Atkins. He'll send that one up the boards. Gets to Payet, and he'll send that one ahead. Trying to cut in over the line. He'll get free as Talbot. Cutting it around behind the net. He's knocked off the puck by Collins. And they'll reverse it around. Comes back to the Isidore point, though. Takes that shot through, and he scores! Tipped out in front. Not sure who got a piece of that one. Poulin reacted strongly to it as if he wasn't sure where the shot was coming from. And it's a 4-0 Eagles goal. Not sure who exactly they're pointing at, so I have to check on the game sheet at the end of the first period. 2 minutes to go, and it's 4-0 for the St-Isidore Eagles. Reverse there, Gaudreau working up the boards. He'll send that one across, just hops over everyone's stick. Kessie will knock that one away. Fighting along the boards there, Payet trying to get that one free. It'll spring loose. Payet, toe drag in the middle, a good toe save by Poulin. Able to get to that one. on that player, cutting through to the front of the net. Around behind the net now. Couldn't quite get on it. Defenseman couldn't knock it out, and it'll be sent out on goal. Good save there off the pad by Poulin. And it'll be a penalty coming to the Metcalfe Jets. It's going to be an interference penalty coming to Lachlan Brown. Brown's no stranger to the penalty box this season. 82 already on the year, and so this will put him up to 84 as with 1:33 to go. Unless the Eagles can score another one, this one will carry through to the second period of play. St-Isidore wins the draw. Levac at the point. Walks into the slot, takes that shot off the pad. Rebound is there, another pad save from Poulin. It'll be knocked all the way down the ice. Playing it there is the goaltender, and Soul able to get away from the oncoming Bercier and send that one ahead. Proulx over the line. Leaves it back to the point to Levac. Back down to Proulx at the hash marks. Sending it down behind the goal line. Chagnon to the far side. Cloutier back around. Proulx will get it. He's checked hard into the boards by Johnston 1-2 times. It's going to be another penalty coming to the Metcalfe Jets. It's going to be Curtis Johnston. The back referee is the one who called it. It's going to be a boarding penalty to Curtis Johnston. And just like that, with 48.8 seconds to go, it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the St-Isidore Eagles. A minute 15 of 4-on-4, 45 seconds in the second period of 5-on-4, and that one won by the Jets and sent immediately down. 40 seconds still to go in the first period of play. That will be sent ahead, or at least attempted to. It was off the stick of Simon Gagner. Second attempt and the loop back. Try for attempt number 3. Cutting through with speed, all the way through center. Proulx cutting in wide. On the backhand, into the slot, couldn't get it there, and it'll be backhanded down the zone again. Chagnon couldn't quite get to that puck, and so Soul will have to come out of his net to play it. There's a spin move to dissuade Gagner and sends that one ahead. Proulx with speed once again, cutting in wide, tries to cut through to the middle, but it's turned over there. Gagner, 1-on-3, shorthanded, cutting in wide, just trying to waste some time as the period expires. And that'll do it for the first period of play. It is 4-0. The St-Isidore Eagles. And they'll have 27 seconds of 5-on-3, and then 45 seconds of a 5-on-4 power play to begin this second period of play. We'll be back in just a few moments with the first period summary and the second period of play. Welcome back inside Larry Robinson Arena in Metcalfe, Ontario for a game between the St-Isidore Eagles and the Metcalfe Jets. I'm Tommy Young. You're watching on Metcalfe Jets, the official YouTube page on youtube.com. Thank you for joining me very much. I appreciate it. I fixed my stool here. Your first period scoring summary is pretty much all the way of the St-Isidore Eagles. 4-0, the current score after one period of play. At 2:21, the Eagles got their first goal of the game. Sorry, I'm consulting my notes. My apologies. First goal of the game scored by Leroy. At 4:05, they got their second scored by Cloutier. At 5:09, Sabarin took a 2-minute head contact penalty. At 8:50, that was Payet getting his goal. At 14:37, Sabarin went back to the box for head contact again. At 17:52, the fourth goal went in for the Eagles, tipped in by Talbot out front. And then two penalties in quick succession for the Metcalfe Jets at 18:27. That was Brown getting 2 minutes for interference, and at 19:11, it was Curtis Johnston getting 2 for boarding. That was your first period of play from Metcalfe. Not a period the Metcalfe Jets quite were hoping for, but see if they can get back and fight their way into this in the second. They had some good momentum going. These last two penalties kind of killed that off a little bit, but there's 27 seconds left of 5-on-3, and then 1:12 landing on the second penalty, so it'll be 45 seconds of 5-on-4 before we're back to even strength. Both teams returning to the ice here. And goaltenders in both games, Sove down on the away end of the ice. Now down to broadcast right. Sove has stopped every shot he's faced so far. And the other end, So has Samuel Poulin. Actually, no, he did allow one after the third goal. Derek Champagne pulled from the game and replaced with Poulin. He has entered the game. He's played stellar. The one goal snuck through him on a tip. And so that is how we get to a 4-0 game as we are all set for the third period of play. One final handshake from the referees. And with 20 minutes on the clock, 5-on-3 for 27 seconds. Gagne out to take the draw. Shorthanded, he'll win that straight back into the Eagles zone. They'll have to be forced to work out with it, and they'll get that one ahead. Sending that one all the way up the boards and in over the line. Cutting in to the front, a good shot there, and it's through. It's not in, though. A fantastic save, although they will bang in the rebound. A first fantastic save from Poulin. It bounced around behind him, was batted out by the Metcalfe defense, and then somehow they managed to sneak another one through him. That'll be Charand getting that goal. And a bit of a chaotic start to the period, but it is 5-0 St-Isidore. A quick goal, just 17 seconds into the period, kills off the remainder of that first penalty. They still have 50 seconds left on the second one. That one worked in all the way over the line. Levac cutting in wide. He'll try to get that one down to the corner. They'll come back to the point. All the way across. Walks in, takes that shot, a pad save. It comes out in the middle, down in the corner. Walks back out to the hash marks. Trying to get that one free. It'll go behind the net for Talbot. Back up to the point. Levac. Talbot. From the top of the circles, takes that shot, and it just whistles over the shoulder of Poulin. Held into the line there by Ferrand, sorry. It'll come out into the middle. Good move there. Couldn't quite fight his way through as Payet. Back to the point. Ferrand across. Through to the middle. Couldn't get there to Gaudreau. A couple of passes missed in a row on the power play. 5 seconds to go. Power play about to expire for the Eagles. They'll send that one in deep. That'll get sent up ahead, and finally the Jets are back at even strength. That one sent all the way up. Couldn't quite get it, was Franzese, and it'll be sent down into the Metcalfe zone by Cloutier. Down behind the net. Poole fights it free into the slot. Couldn't get it there. Held in at the line there. A good poke from Atkins. And it'll come into the near side corner. Sent all the way up high. And it'll come down for Atkins. It'll skip over him and go down into the Eagles zone. Working out from behind their own goal line. A change of defense and they'll send it across. Couldn't quite get it there. And he takes a check, but he'll knock it all the way down the ice. Cloutier backhanded that one off the boards to avoid a check, but hit it on too sharp of an angle and at too much speed, and so that one will come all the way back down to the Eagles zone on an icing. Face off for the left of Sauve. Howell in to take the draw against Chagnon, and it'll be won by Chagnon. Down in the corner. Johnston's the first one on it, though. Brachot pinching in on it. He makes a big hit there. Sticks go flying. Allard holds the puck into the line. Brachot with another big shove. He gets pushed back, but he cuts to the middle. Brachot can't find the right stick on it, and it'll finally come free. Working away with it. A couple of sticks bouncing around in the corner. Johnston with a big run. He takes that hit. Out in the middle. Howell takes that shot. It just goes off a stick and wide. Brachot takes a hit in the corner. He'll take a couple, and they'll fight back, although there's some more pushing and shoving down the corner. Brachot into the middle. Backhand shot, a good save. Soul on the rebound. Another good stop. It's still loose. There's going to be a penalty coming on the play. It's another penalty coming to the Metcalfe Jets. They are not pleased about it, and it's going to be Zach Brachot. The Jets are not pleased about this call, and they're going back to the power play. St-Isidore already 1 for 2 on the man advantage, scoring with 7 seconds remaining in the first one. That goal coming from Cedric Farah. That one won forward by the Jets. They can't quite get on it, and they'll get the puck back, though. Comes outside. Bisson can't hold the line. Sorry, I'm on the wrong end of the ice. Bisson gets it out, and Bercier will fight it in deep. Bercier holding the puck behind the goal line, wasting some time. Julien Bercier fighting it free into the slot, and he can't quite get it there, and Ferrand with a good save, Sauve with a good save, and covers that one up. Bercier poking away at that one, couldn't quite get anything on it. It was a quick cover by Sauve, and it'll be a face-off for the left of the Eagles' goal. But the goal light is on behind the net. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's one out. Bercier with a shot. It's off the pad. Rebound is there. Poked away from Bisson. Good chance. Short-handed. Bercier with a huge hit along the boards there. Although the Eagles will work out with it. Payet over center. Cutting in wide. Payet down to the bottom of the circles. He'll put it back out to the point. Back down to Payet at the hash marks. Into the middle, and he'll put it down behind the goal line. Back out to the cross line. Out to the point, and Levac will send that one in. Down in the corner. Shot there, trying to get that one through was Gaudreau, and he couldn't quite get it there. Cutting through to the middle now. Levac all the way through in a backhand, but a good glove save from Poulin as Bercier goes crashing into him. Poulin had to be sharp on that one and made a good save, cutting across the front of his net. I believe it was I'm not sure if it was a double minor or a major to Zach Brachot, but there are 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining on that man advantage. Comes out to the point. Takes that shot through, blocked away. Rebound is there, and it'll be knocked all the way down the ice. A good block there, out in front. And they couldn't get that one through. Gagne fighting for it behind the net. He'll free it. Gagne takes a hit, and it'll be worked out by the Eagles. Trying to cut over the center line. Atkins, he'll dump it in deep. Down in the corner for Garreau. He can't get there first, and he'll be sent all the way down the ice by the Jets. Sauve out to the corner to play it. He'll send that one up the boards, and it'll be sent free into the middle. Cutting in with speed. Garreau with some room. Tries to get himself through. He'll lose the puck, and it'll go behind the net. He's still on the puck, though, and he'll come all the way around to the near side boards. Back to the point to Atkins. All the way across the top. Down into the corner, loses the handle on it. Couldn't quite get on it. It was Cloutier. Back out to the point. Shot through, patted away. It's right in front of him. He didn't see it for a moment. Thought it went into the corner, but he's quick to get on that one, and Poulin makes a good save. Face-off will be to his right, 2:08 remaining on the penalties to Zach Brown-Schode. So that one will be one to the side, and it'll try to be fought free. It'll come into the middle. Cloutier gets that one across. Couldn't get the shot off with Levac. It was bouncing on him. Ferrand down to the near side. Trying to fight his way free. Out in front, a couple of players. Chagnon back to the point to Ferrand. Takes that shot through, and it's into the glove. A great glove save, reaching around the screen in front. And Poulin snacks that one out of the air. Snatches, smacks. Take your pick. Face off to his right. First penalty killed off on the double minor. I believe it's a double minor anyways. Proul sends that one through. Cloutier missed that one, and it comes back to the point. Poked in deep there by Garreau. It'll come around behind the net. Trying to fight free. They'll reverse it around again. Chagnon circles back at the goal line. He'll cut around behind the net again. Chagnon stopping up. Across the slot. Shot there and a pad save. Booming off the pad of Poulin, and it'll go all the way down the ice on a clearing attempt there. Sauve sending that one around the boards. Chagnon has to be quick on it, and he's not quick enough. Kessie knocks it away, and it'll waste some more time. Chagnon avoids a check there, and he'll cut through center. Takes that shot from the outside. It's way wide. Comes around behind the side of the net. And be brought back around by Proul. Fighting it along the boards there, getting tied up. It'll come back to the point and sent back into the pile, but Gertz will knock it away. Gertz away with speed. Takes that shot and it's into the chest. And a good save there by Sauve. Gertz had some speed going. He couldn't cut free to the net, but he was able to get there and get onto that one. And so that's a good shot off the short-handed rush. Just wasn't able to get very much more on it, although he gets an offensive zone face-off. And it's won by the Jets. That one's shot in by Brown. It'll go off a stick, or maybe even not off a stick. And as he calls for a field goal, it'll be outside the Eagles' line. So it looks like he's the one who shot it out of play. Howell in to take the draw, or sorry, Collins in to take the draw, and he'll lose that one. The Eagles are over the line. Payet checked in there. It comes back to the point. Sent into the middle, and a shot there. Making a move, trying to go side to side was Poulin. Oof. My apologies, my stool broke. Trying to move side to side was Poulin. That shot through got tipped. Bounced around in front of him, and he had to be quick and sharp to get to that one. But he was able to get all the way over and make a good save and cover that one up. 29 seconds to go on the penalty to Zach Brown-Schode. That one's won by the Jets, and Byrne will send that one up and down the ice. Stopped there by Sauve, and he'll leave it there for Savage. Sorry. Atkins sending that one all the way up. Payet over the line, trying to get into the middle, but it'll be sent back to center ice by Collins. All the way across, penalty expiring. Dumped into the Metcalfe zone. Brown didn't know where it was, and he'll go behind his net with it. Brown, check there, and there's going to be a penalty coming. It's going to be a holding penalty coming to Talbot. And so another penalty for the Eagles and a power play right after a successful kill for the Metcalfe Jets. St-Isidore now 1 for 4 on the power play, and Metcalfe going right back to their second opportunity. The third opportunity of the game, I apologize. That one to the side. It'll be sent all the way down the ice. Sent up there, trying to find that one all the way ahead. Couldn't quite get anything on it, and so it'll be won back by Brown. He's knocked off the puck as well, and they got to be quick to get to it. It's knocked away by the Eagles, though. Good check there, and Brown will be able to get on it and have some room to move. Cuts free of a player, and I'll try to cut free of him again as he cuts through center. Poked away there, and a good check there by Leroy. And as Brown had too much speed, he carried himself all the way through the hash marks. And on the offside, the late offside, it'll be sent down to the Metcalfe zone. Brown off the boards to Johnston. Jack Johnston trying to cut free. He'll send that one in. Or he'll walk that one in himself. Gets that back to Brown-Schode. Brown-Schode cutting behind the net. Brown-Schode all the way around to the far side. Into the slot. Couldn't quite get to Johnston's stick cleanly. Howell leaves it there for Brown-Schode. Cutting down along the wall. He'll stop up and send that one back to the point. To Kessie. It's knocked away from him, and away with speed was one of the Eagles players, and they were unable to get it all the way through. Shot there through, and it's trying to get tipped on, but just missed the far side. Shot from the point again, just off the far boards. To Kessie. On the near side, cutting down to the corner. He's got Johnston at the point. Gets it back. Jack Johnston takes that shot through, looking for a tip from Bercier. He didn't quite get on it. Howell with a shot. Bercier on the rebound, and a good save. A couple of good saves in a row by Sove. Away with speed was Leroy. He got checked at the line, and he'll not have as much of a lead as he wanted, and he'll take a shot from a sharp angle that Poulin will easily knock aside. Jack Johnston over the line. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Johnston curling around behind the net. He'll come all the way back around to the point. Jack Johnston takes that shot through. It's off of Bercier in front and in the corner. Howell. Power plays over. Trying to cut free. It's off the bench is Proul, and he'll knock that puck away. Chagnon through center. Lopping that into the middle. Shot there, and he scores! Cloutier snuck that one over the pad, under the glove of Poulin. Looked like he got a piece of it, maybe. And that one will come back to center ice and a 6-0 lead for the St-Isidore Eagles on a late Wednesday afternoon. That one won at center ice by the Jets. They'll try to fight it free, but couldn't quite get it all the way there. Bercier. Allard will dump it in. Fighting for it behind the net. It's picked up by an Eagles player, and they'll work it up the wing. Sent ahead for himself for Cloutier, but was able to find his own head pass. Sent it there by LaFrance. It'll be knocked down by Allard, and they'll send that one up to the middle. Cutting in wide is Chatland. Owen Chatland down to the goal line. Taking that shot, it's blocked away by Sove. A sharp angle bouncer trying to get that free. Cutting through to the middle, backhand, behind the net. Chatland into the side, blocked there. That one comes out to the point. It's into the feet of Allard, and he can't hold the line. Allard dumping that one in. It'll fall on the far side, and it'll be whistled down. I'm going to step away for a moment. I apologize for doing so, but I have to go and collect my replacement battery. Commentary will be back in 1 moment. I will zoom out the camera, and hopefully the Jets will stay in the offensive zone. That puck sent down into the Eagles trying to work that one over the line. Bowles will knock that away. Sent back into the corner by the Eagles. I've returned with the battery. I'll knock that in the next whistle in play as the Eagles dump that in deep. Shot through into the middle, and a good chance there. Couldn't quite get it to work. And another great chance for the Eagles. Already up by a bunch, but still making nice offensive plays. Franzese steals that away. Trying to get that ahead. Levac will knock that away. And he'll work that in. Dumped in. Comes to the side of the net, and it'll be covered up there by the goaltender. We're going to As now we transition back over to camera, as Collins trying to cut in free. Sorry, those Franzese trying to cut free. Couldn't get there. Collins with a shot from the outside. Missed it there. Franzese on the rebound, and he couldn't put it in. What a chance there. Collins trying to fight it free. It comes back out. Shot there from Beards, blocked in front. To Kessie. Sending that one in. Shot from the outside. Trying to get it on with Beggs. Couldn't get it there. Fighting down behind the goal line. Gives me time to adjust the focus on the camera. That one finally sent down by the Eagles. And all the way into the Metcalfe end. Collins in his own zone. Sending that one ahead. Sorry, that was Beard sending it all the way ahead, hitting Johnston at the blue line. It'll be knocked in by Branchode. Johnston through the middle. It's knocked away by Howell. Or his stick was knocked away. Howell gets back on the puck, though, and he'll leave that one behind the net. Branchode trying to fight it free. He'll keep the puck. Zach Branchode in the corner. He'll knock that one back. And it comes back to the point. Howell walks in, takes that shot, it just goes over the top of the net. A great chance there. Beard down in the corner. Back out to the Howell in the slot. Takes that shot, it goes off a stick and wide. Johnston fighting for it behind the net. He's knocked away from it. And finally the Eagles retain possession, but it'll go off something or somebody and up into the roof. It is a low hanging roof. There's a netting over this plasticky surface on the roof. They don't want to damage that, so they have a netting hanging just below the roof actual height. And that makes the pucks come out of play a little easier. St-Isidore wins the draw. It'll be brought out by Levac. Levac over the line, takes that shot, and a good pad save. Rebound is in the middle. Nobody quite able to get to that. And finally, the Jets poke it free. Brown couldn't quite spring himself for the head of steam. Johnston finally sends it in. And it'll be no icing. Johnston fighting into the corner. Branchode also in there. Branchode trying to fight it free. Comes to the far side. Finally springs free, and the Jets unable to hold the line, and so it'll come back outside and dump back in. Gaudreau sending that one into the middle there, and a big hit there. Johnston hits the ice, and he'll get the puck in the corner. It comes around behind the net. Chagnon takes another couple of hits from Branchode, and Johnston's in there as well. Branchode sending his man into the boards. Some more pushing and shoving along the boards. These two teams not big fans of each other right now. Temper starting to flare over perhaps as Johnston takes a run at his man, and that one's knocked out. Brown with a shot from the outside. It goes off the blocker. Metcalfe making a change while they're offside. Now they finally tag up, and so Isidore able to work out with it. Cloutier off the boards. Howell knocks that one away, but it gets sent in anyways by Chagnon. Sent all the way up there. Trying to hit Brown as the Eagles were changing. He couldn't quite, and it'll be no icing. Bercier couldn't get his foot on it, and so Bisson back at his own blue line and send it ahead. Misses Bercier, and away goes Talbot. They'll send that one ahead. Paillet takes that shot. It's through to the middle, but nobody able to get a stick on it. Atkins down in the corner. Back out into the slot, and he couldn't get it to anybody. Couldn't get it to an Eagle stick. Two players in aside in this scrum. Brown jumps in and makes it 3-a-side. Gaudreau across. Takes that shot, but it just misses the net. Past a diving Poulin. A shot from LaFrance goes off of Bisson's stick. And it'll be a bit of a weird bounce, but it'll eventually be covered up by Poulin. Another late penalty, and it'll be an even strength penalty. Paillet and Brown going to the box each. No penalties going up on the board. It stays 5-on-5. And the face-off inside the Metcalfe zone. One in the middle. Gaudreau trying to fight it through off the stick of Johnston out into center. Curtis Johnston gets it back on the Eagles dump in. He can't get a handle on it, and Gaudreau sends it in. Sent in. Almost given away to Gaudreau in the middle, but Bowles able to come out with it. He's hit by Gaudreau. And the puck squeaks free in the center of the ice. Bowles sends that one up the boards. Down in the far side corner. Picked up behind the Eagles net by LaFrance. He sends that one around. Puck squeaks free into the middle, but it's knocked ahead, and Garreau is away. Garreau cutting in wide. Garreau got Johnston all over him. Takes that shot. It's off the shoulder of Poulin. Good stop there. 4 minutes to go in the period. Held in at the point there by the Eagles. Held in once again. They can't get it out. Garreau gets stepped into there by Curtis Johnston and goes behind the Metcalfe net. Talbot. He's checked. Allard picks up the puck behind the net. He's double teamed and he loses the puck. Trying to fight it free into the front. It comes free into the middle. It comes back to the point. A shot there and a paddle save by Poulin. A good stick save. Gertz trying to fight his way free. Couldn't outrace Atkins to the puck. And so it'll be sent around. And all the way up just off the stick of Allard and into the Metcalfe zone. Johnston racing in for it. Misses the check. Loses his stick. And so now the Eagles have it. Into the middle. Levac with a shot. Good glove save from Poulin. Stopping Levac cold with that catching glove. And hanging on to it. Currently 6-0 for the St-Isidore Eagles. Justin Cloutier getting his just a moment ago. Or a few moments ago, rather, to make it 6-0. It was actually quite a while ago. Haven't had any scoring on the board. Lots of penalties in this period. Just holds the line there, and it'll be brought across. Back to the point now. Levac working across the line. He's walking all the way through. A couple of good moves, and he'll send it around behind the net. Sabarin in the corner. One back by the Jets. Takesi didn't quite know where it was, and Sabarin will get it back. Sabarin trying to cut through to the front, and it's jumped on by Poulin. And stopped. He'll hang on to that one. .2:43 to go in the second period of play. 6-0 for the St-Isidore Eagles. That face-off one back to the point by McBain. Levac down to the side. Sabarin putting that one through. Was off the pad of Poulin. Rebound chance for McBain, and he scores. Or does he? The Eagles are celebrating like he does. The Jets are skating to their bench like he did. And the referee's having a conversation now. It's going to be inside the Eagles zone. No goal. It's stopped on the line by Poulin on the wraparound attempt. A fantastic save by the Metcalfe goalkeeper. And the Eagles thought they had a 7th goal. But it's taken off. And it's still 6-0. That face-off won and sent out, but it'll be knocked down with a glove inside the St-Isidore bench. And so Ferran couldn't quite hold that. And it'll be a face-off. Face-off to the left of Poulin. It'll be tied up and one back by the Jets. Beard stopping behind his net. Stopping up once more, and actually it's Byrne, and he'll send that one ahead. Off the stick of Howell. Couldn't get it through to Brachod. And it'll go away into the near side corner. Howell couldn't get it free from Cloutier. And now Brachod fighting with his man in the corner. He gets sent to the ice after a couple of attempted takedowns. And no penalties coming on the play as justice may have been served. Isidore trying to clear the line. It'll skip off the glass weirdly. Allard holds the line. Howell trying to send it across, but it's Proulx who picks it up. Proulx sending that one around. Howell at the line. It's in his feet. He didn't quite know it. And now he'll play it. He still doesn't know where it is, and it'll come down the boards. Down in the corner. Brachod. He loses the puck. And away comes St-Isidore. Poked away by Byrne, sorry. Poked away by Cole Byrne. He'll send that one on a stretch pass ahead, but he was on his side of the red line. Some words being exchanged between some of the Eagles players and some of the Jets players. Perhaps some referees as well. Jack Johnston in the middle of everything as per usual for the Metcalfe Jets. Nothing comes of it. It's an offensive zone face-off for the Eagles with 1:35 to go. Won by St-Isidore. It'll come back to the point and send down to the top of the circles. Sending that one through to the front. They score. Another goal for the Eagles. A perfect play off the face-off. And it's Talbot putting it into the back of the net. 7-0 for the St-Isidore Eagles. 1:27 still to go in this second period. They've put up a touchdown on Super Bowl week. That one scrambled off the draw. It'll come back into the Metcalfe zone. Sent all the way up ahead. It goes off of the Metcalfe player. Bercier trying to fight it free. It'll come into the corner. Howell out to the front. Bercier takes that shot. It's off the blocker of Sove, and a good save by the Eagles keeper. Down in the corner. Chatelain trying to fight it free. Sorry, that's Tekesi trying to fight it free. He's wrestled down. And now it'll be turned away, though. Tekesi trying to fight it free once again. And they can't quite get it there. It comes back into the Metcalfe zone. Stopped up there. It'll be bounced towards the goal. And it'll be covered up by Poulin. Matthew Talbot, his second of the game, gets the Eagles the extra point in their field goal. And thus far, it has been a very one-sided game. With 48 seconds to go in this second period, comes back to the point to Levac. He'll send that one around. Trying to fight it free of the Jets. Gagne stolen off of him. Sent down in the corner by Leroy. Again, the Eagles fight it free, and McBain holds it in for a moment, but it's finally sent ahead. Gertz knocking that one in. Gonna work against Sabarin. Gagne's on that puck. On the near side boards. It's knocked away from him and comes back at the point to Beard. Back around behind the net. Gagne just misses that one, and Levac will be on it. He's checked, and Bowles comes out with the puck. Loops it around behind the goal. Couple of players fighting for it. Now Gagne trying to squeak that one free. Comes high, and it's held in by Gertz at the point. Noah Gertz. Blocker saved by Sove on a shot from the blue line. Gertz again, but he couldn't quit it through the shin pads. And as the period expires, some pushing and shoving happening out inside the Metcalfe end. Referees quick to jump in and try to get rid of anything here. But this is going to set up for a very exciting third period of play from Metcalfe. 7-0 for the St-Isidore Eagles. After 2 periods of play and a very late Wednesday night affair here from Metcalfe. Hello. There we go. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment with your second period summary and your third period of play from Larry Robinson Arena in Metcalfe, Ontario. I'm Tommy Young. You're watching Metcalfe Jets hockey on the Metcalfe Jets YouTube page. Welcome back to Metcalfe, Ontario, to Larry Robinson Arena, the home of the Metcalfe Jets of the NCJHL. They're currently playing tonight in a late game against the St-Isidore Eagles, where it is not going very well for the Metcalfe Jets. Currently 7-0 St-Isidore after 2 periods of play, and though they've had some great chances on, they haven't been able to find a way through. Matthew Sove. Our second period scoring summary as we transition back to our camera. Oh, my apologies. Allow me to turn the camera on. That might help a little bit. There we are. All right. That didn't happen. To the second period scoring summary, 17 seconds into the period on the 5-on-3 power play. It was Ferrin getting his goal on the power play. At 2:30, Zach Brown-Shaw took a 4-minute double minor penalty for spearing. They were unable to score on it while the Eagles. At 6:32, it was Talbot taking a 2-minute holding penalty. Nothing came of that either. At 8:48, it was Cloutier, his second of the game, getting the 6-goal lead for the Eagles. At 15:17, there were coincidental unsportsmanlike minor penalties going to Brown and Payet. And then at 18:33, just a minute 27 ago, it was Talbot, his second of the game, giving the Eagles the 7-0 lead. Just not quite the night that the Metcalfe Jets wanted it to be, as both teams now returning to the ice. The Jets starting goaltender Derek Champagne pulled less than 10 minutes into the first period, although it didn't exactly change very much. Samuel Poulin coming in and playing spectacular. Both goalies have been very good for the Jets this season, but just unable to get any scoring help in front of them thus far. Metcalfe still have 20 minutes to go, and they're going to try to work their way back into this game, get one on the board, find a way through Matthew Sove. Has to be game plan number one. Priority number one for the Metcalfe Jets. Stay out of the box. Definitely priority number two. The tension starting to flare over. We've seen some pushing, shoving, some rough stuff as finally the Eagles are led onto the ice by Matthew Sove. Some tensions flaring in this period. And thus far, it's been a very one-sided affair. You can see the body language in these teams. Both teams just kind of wanting to finish this game off. It's 10:40. We still have a full 20 minutes of play to go. And then the long drive home to St-Isidore for these Eagles players. And, well, the long drive home for the Metcalfe players. Hopefully they can salvage something out of this game, get some more goals on the board. Start with one, get two, get three, get four. And maybe, just maybe, I've seen crazier things happen in hockey fight their way back into this game. Face off at center ice. Both teams ready to go. Howell's going to take the draw against Chagnon, and it'll be won by the Eagles. They'll take it in their own zone, and they'll work it ahead. Sending that one backhanded into the zone, but it'll go off of Tekesi and into the Metcalfe bench. Face off outside the St-Isidore line. And it'll be won by the Eagles back into their own zone. Trying to send it up the boards there was Proul, and he can't quite get it there. It'll be sent ahead anyway, or trying to. Again, Johnston holds the line. Jack Johnston in the offensive zone. Working against a couple of Eagles players. He's got it in his feet, and finally it'll be stolen away from him. Working it out. 2-on-1 for the Eagles. Over the line. Walking in. Trying to get his way through to the front of the net was Cloutier looking for the hat trick. Couldn't quite get his way there. Dumped back in by Chagnon. He'll try to hold the line once more, but Johnston gets it out to center. Trying to hit Brown-Shaw with that one, but Levac will pick it off. Levac circling back in his own zone. He'll work behind his goal and send that one on the boards on the far side, and the Eagles break out. To Proul in the middle, just off of his skates. Went off of Curtis Johnston, and Proul dumps it in deep. Garreau fighting for it. He knocks down his man, and it's going to be a penalty coming to Chagnon. As it'll be a Metcalfe power play as finally Poulin heads to the bench. It's 6-on-5 for a moment until the Eagles can touch the puck. Brachot trying to cut over the line. He'll dump it in. And so when Levac touches the puck, it'll be a penalty coming to the St-Isidore Eagles. Metcalfe going on to the power play. And with the man advantage, we'll see if they can find a way through Matthew Sauve and the St-Isidore Eagles. Face off to the left of the away goal on the far side boards. It'll be tied up, but won by Bisson. He'll take that shot on. It's off the crossbar. What a shot off the draw by Cedric Bisson. Just couldn't quite find anything but iron. And so that's going to come outside the line because it went off a Metcalfe stick. Unfortunate break there. Percier trying to say it went off the shoulder of the goaltender, but to no avail. Bisson winning the draw. And it'll be dumped in by Allard. Doesn't get very far, and the Eagles will dump it right back out again. Down behind his net to pick it up is Poulin. He'll leave it for his defenseman, it's Braden Beard. And he loses it in his skates, but he'll finally recover. Allard picking that one up, sending it ahead. Beard in stride, couldn't quite catch up to that one. It skips ahead, and Metcalfe will hold the line. Beard to Allard, working away with that one, trying to pick the puck up. It'll come to the far side, skips away from Bisson, and he'll have to go chase it. Comes behind the net. Brachot takes that shot. Sorry, that was Chatland. My apologies. Off the shoulder of the goaltender, and it'll come back down to the Metcalfe zone. Poulin out to play it, and he'll rim it around. Away from every Metcalfe stick, but it skips past the Isidore player too. Bisson with a rush. Takes that shot. It's off a stick. That hit Levac on the way through. And a good rush chance will lead to an offensive zone draw. The clock just going to be running in constant time here as the game is completely out of hand. 7-0 for the St. Isidore Eagles, so they're just going to run time the clock. Or I don't think the referees had intended for that. Although they're just going to let it go. Face off one back, 15 seconds to go, and another shot off the crossbar from Lachlan Brown. Rang it off the iron once more. As now the power play coming to an end for the Metcalfe Jets. It'll come outside the line. They're going to have to wait until the play starts to move out of the box. But it'll be outside the Isidore line. In to take the draw is Collins, but it'll be won back by the Eagles. Out of the box comes the penalized player, and it'll go all the way down into the Metcalfe zone. Although it's going to be whistled down as an icing, even though Poulin came out to play it. So it'll come all the way back to the St. Isidore zone. 15.5 to go on the runtime clock. That's good for me. I hope my battery lasts. Collins will tie up the draw, and Franzese will get in with it. Collins takes that shot through. It's off the stick of the goaltender and around behind the net. Sauve sending that one ahead. Sorry, the defenseman sending that one ahead. Sauve's the goaltender. It'll be held in the line, and Brown will go into the corner to get it. Brown, backhander on goal, stopped by Sauve. He'll pick up his own rebound and get it back to the point. Trying to get that one through was Byrne. He couldn't get it there, and Leroy has the puck. Trying to cut free, gets as far as Lachlan Brown, who sends him into the St. Isidore bench, and the puck goes into the Eagles zone. Trying to work away with it, almost puts it in on his own goal. But it'll be knocked ahead by the Eagles. Byrne sending that one in on goal. Sauve stops it up. He'll backhand it to the corner for his defenseman, LaFrance. Up the boards. Off a skate, and it'll come back in behind the goal. LaFrance trying it again. It'll get as far as Beggs. Centering pass off the paddle. It'll be knocked in. Held the line there. Byrne on goal. Couldn't get that through to the front. Beggs was knocked down. It's going to be a penalty coming to the Eagles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an interference call, yes, says the outside referee. And so, as Beggs was upended in front of the goal, it'll be a power play coming to the Metcalfe Jets. Nobody in the box. Finally, now they get the right guy. And heading to the box is Levac. Clock has to stop to start the penalty timer And as we restart, there's 14 minutes to go, and the Jets are on a power play again. Back to the point. Johnston with a shot through. It's off a shin pad. At the far side. To Kessie, trying to find an angle. They'll send it down in. Bowles just misses that, and they'll go behind for Gagne. Back to Bowles. Far side hash marks. Back down behind the net to Gagne. Back to Bowles. To Kessie wants it. He'll send it back to Gagne. Simone Gagne cutting around behind the goal. Back to Bowles. Back to Kessie finally. Back to Bowles in the corner. Lots of passing here from the Jets, and Bowles will send that one around behind once again. Gagne sending it around this time. It's off the stick of the defender, Savage. Although it'll be held in the line by Kessie. Shot through there by Bowles, just wide of the net. Curtis Johnston holds the line. He'll dump that one in. It'll go into the corner, though, and LaFrance couldn't quite get that puck out. Bowles hounding on the puck there. So is Gertz. Trying to free that along the far side boards, and it comes free for Bowles. Chop three into the middle. Johnston driving to the front. He couldn't get on that bouncing puck. LaFrance now sends that one off the boards. It goes off of the forward Cloutier, and with 45 seconds to go, it comes back down the Metcalfe end. 40 left to go on the power play. Cutting out with speed. Dylan Kessie over the line. Now over the blue. Through the middle. Of a break. Poke check there by Sove. A great chance as Kessie was free. Poked away there, but they couldn't quite gain possession. It'll be sent down once again by the Eagles. Poulin leaves it behind his net. Kessie has to be quick with it. He almost lost it. And now he did as Johnston was going to the bench for a change. Cutting wide, and they'll take some time with it. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Now they'll send that one ahead. Howell sends that one into the corner for Allard. He gets checked off the puck, and it comes back out to Howell. Howell trying to backhand that through. It's off a shin pad and back to the point. Beard sending that one around behind the goal. Branchot on the far side. Back down. Back out to Branchot in the slot. A good save. Rebound is there, but it's covered up between the legs of Sove. Another good save for the Isidore goaltender. Thus far, holding this lead intact for the Eagles. 11.5 to go. Getting towards the later stages of this game. Face off to the left of the Isidore goal. It'll be Bisson in to take the draw. And he'll lose that one, and it'll go back into the corner. Immediately jumping on it there is Bisson and Bercier, and they'll get the puck free. Bercier knocked off of it, but it's held in at the point. Bisson trying to fight that free as well. It comes to the far side boards, and finally is knocked outside the line. Isidore trying to get some speed with it. It's knocked back into center ice. And taking a big check there is LaFrance to send that puck in. Sending that one over to Bisson. It was off his stick. He'll recover. Soft it into the middle. Leroy takes that puck, but he's checked off of it. Beard through the crease. It's into the glove of Poulin. Scared him there. Scared me up here. And Poulin has to be very sharp to make a good glove save on his teammate, Braden Beard. Face off to the right of the Metcalfe goal. 10.5 left in this third period of play. It'll be won by the Jets. They'll win it forward. Bercier trying to jump on that puck, and it'll be knocked free into center ice. Brown trying to cut free. He takes a check there, and his stick is knocked away. Bisson trying to center that puck, and it's into the chest of the goaltender, Sove. Brown had his stick knocked away and stolen from him, so he has to go retrieve that. Halfway through this period, face on for the right of Sove. Bisson winning the draw back to Brown at the point. He'll hold the line, trying to send that one into the far side corner, but it goes off the shin pad of Cloutier and out to center ice. Bisson sends it in, goes around behind the net, stops up there, trying to make the play out of the zone. And he'll do it one more time and get it across. Up ahead, Proulx. All the way through the middle. Cloutier couldn't quite get his stick on it, and it'll go free. Bouncing around at center, and Chatlin's over the line. Stops up, shimmy, shake, but he couldn't hang on to the puck, and it comes outside the line. Byrne, all the way through, couldn't hit Collins on the bouncing pass, and so Brown will work back at his own blue line. Lachlan Brown, good move there, and it sinks through everyone, and finally goes ahead. Proulx, one-on-one, toe drag, gets a poke there from Byrne, and it'll go into the corner. Good move, good poke there by Byrne. Shot from the outside by Proulx. Easily stopped there by Poulin. A good poke there from Cole Byrne to knock the puck away from Poulin, or from Proulx, who might have had a free chance on that toe drag, but just had to be knocked away to the corner. Face off to the right of the Metcalfe goal on the far side. Collins and Talbot, and it'll be one back by the Eagles. Shot on just wide of the net. Right off the draw. It'll come to the far side. Shot on again, and a save there on a shot from Gaudreau. Takesi picks up the puck on the boards, and they'll work behind his net now. Dylan Takesi takes a step out, and he'll step back behind. Looping around, he'll take some space off the boards, nobody home, and it goes all the way to the Isidore defense. Over the line. They couldn't get it over the first time, they get it over the second time. It comes to the near side. Trying to cut through to the front there was Talbot. He just couldn't get there. He's also looking for a hat trick in this game. Takesi knocked it down with a high stick, even though he played it. And so it'll be whistled down on center ice. He knocked it down for himself with a high stick. And so it'll come back outside the Metcalfe line. Face off one forward by the Jets, but it'll be knocked away by the Eagles. Talbot into the middle. Dumped in on goal and a glove save off Payet. Poulin with a stop from outside the blue line this time. Maybe one of the easier ones he's faced thus far in this game. 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go with a 7-0 game. And in comes 17 to take the draw. Talbot. He'll lose the draw and the Jets win it forward. Gertz had it stripped off of him. Into the middle. Talbot trying to make a move through and he couldn't quite get it free. Good move there by Poulin to keep him from finding an open space. Talbot fighting it behind the net. Takesi's in there as well. Finally knocks it away from Gaudreau, and Dylan Takesi gets it out of the corner. Sends it ahead. Gertz into the middle for Bowles. Bowles off the boards. Just misses Takesi. He's the first one in on it. Oh, he's beaten the puck actually by Payet. He checks him into the boards. Fighting behind the goal. It comes loose. Bowles is the first one on it. Bowles into the middle. Couldn't get a tip on it there. Cleanly was Curtis Johnston. Eagles are out. Gaudreau dumping that one in kitty corner after crossing the blue line, or the red line. And Gagne will hit the head man there. Noah Gertz cutting in. Eagles change, so he's got some room, but he shoots that one wide of the net. Bowles can't hold the line and can't dump it back in either, and out come the Eagles. Through center, takes a big hit there. Trying to cut free was McBain, and that one's sent ahead now. Gagne on the near side takes that shot from a sharp angle, and it's blockered high and into the netting. Gagne now with some words in the corner. Another good stop from Matthew Sove. Just passing the 6-minute mark remaining here in the third period. Face off to the left of Sove inside the Eagles zone. Trying to get it there, and Howell can't quite win the draw. It goes into the corner. Howell in a 1-on-2, and now he gets some help. Brachot couldn't fight it free, though, and the Eagles are away. Through center, just missed the head man pass. They couldn't quite get it free, and Allard sends it off the boards to himself. He's checked, but it's sent back in again. Brachot reaching for it. He can't get there. Johnston holds it in. Let him picked up behind the net by Atkins. He'll send it across. All the way up, but it's picked off by Howell. Into the middle, it's off his skate, and he couldn't get it to his stick. Leroy back behind the Eagles' goal. He stops up, trying to fight his way free, and he'll get it back for this defenseman. Picked off of him by Howell. Howell in the corner. Reverses it around, trying to get it to Brachot. He couldn't get it there. Knocked ahead there. Leroy takes a bit of a hit. He knocks it in, although it's knocked ahead. Allard. Howell working in backhand. Takes that shot through. It's into the front. And Brachot is knocked down in front. Howell with a quick push to the Isidore defense. And seems to have calmed down a little bit in terms of the pushing and shoving and mouthing and punching, but still an entertaining game as these two teams both likely riding this one out to the end. 4:15 to go with the running clock. Both teams probably happy for that. Howell in to take the draw, and he'll tie it up. It's won there by Bercier. In the middle, Howell, backhander, trying to get that through, and he couldn't get there. Byrne trying to send that one on goal. It just goes wide. Chatelain back around. Bercier behind the net. Cutting free into the front backhander, and he scores! What a goal from Julian Bercier! And he finally breaks the shutout. So unable to put a 0 up on the board. And it's Bercier, Julian Bercier. The new number has done him well, and he gets his 2nd of the year. That one won back and ahead by Proul, and they tried to get that one over, but the Eagles now have a 6-goal lead. Over the line, Chatelain cutting free, and he scores! Just like that, back to back, and the Jets have 2. 3 minutes to go. The running clock. They're immediately back to center ice and ready to do this again. And right back to center ice we go. Owen Chatelain getting that goal. That one's one ahead by the Eagles, although they'll leave it behind. Bisson over the line, trying to shoot that one on. It's off the paddle, and a good stick to the corner. That one comes around, and the Eagles are out with speed. Cutting free, poked away from him, and now he's knocked down at center. Bercier over the line. He's got Brown driving the net. He couldn't quite get it there as he was knocked down himself. That one sent high to center ice, and it'll be an icing call against the St-Isidore Eagles. 2 quick goals back-to-back for Julian Bercier and for Owen Chatelain. That's Chatelain's 7th goal of the season, moving him up to tie Andrew Franzese for 3rd on the team. That face-off won by the Jets. It comes back to the point, and they'll dump it into the far corner. Franzese behind the net, out into the slot, and then couldn't quite get it to Beggs. Can't hold the line as to Kessie, and now out come the Eagles. 3-on-1, 3-on-2 as Collins comes back, and that shot goes through wide as they tried to get a quick shot off, but couldn't even get it on goal. Sent back to the Isidore line, and they'll get it inside their own lacrosse line. Over the line, 2-on-1, cutting free, but a good set of feet there onto Kessie, and he's able to knock that one away. It'll be sent in by Curtis Johnston, and Beggs goes into the corner to get it. From a sharp angle, he shot that one on, but he couldn't get it on goal off the side of the net to Kessie. He's hounded by a player off the bench, but he's helped there. Out into the middle, but it's off the stick. Johnston falls, but he'll lock it in behind the goal anyway. Trying to center it again, and it's there, it's loose, and the puck can't be knocked into the net. Great defensive play by the Eagles. Coming around, sending that one high, and it'll be knocked down at the blue line, but can't be held by Tekesi. He's got to wait for Beggs to get on side, and he'll send that one in. It'll go off of Proul. Collins knocks the puck off of him, though. Proul sends him to the boards, and Tekesi can't hold the line once more. Dylan Tekesi has to retreat with speed, and he'll reverse and send that one ahead. Off the skate of an oncoming forechecker, and so Tekesi reverses it there, but Proul steals the puck. Proul in the corner. He's knocked down, and it'll be a penalty coming to the Metcalfe Jets. 33 seconds to go. It'll be a tripping call coming to the Metcalfe Jets. It's going to be Tekesi going off. And I think they might just end the game here. 20 seconds to go. And that'll be just about it here for Metcalfe. I think they're just going to run the clock. And they're just going to let this game go. An unsportsmanlike conduct as well to Simon Gagné. And with 5 seconds left, time ticks down. And that will do it here from Metcalfe. A 7-2 final score in favor of the road team, the St-Isidore Eagles. After 2 goals late in that game, just couldn't quite get them back into the game. Julian Bercier is 2nd of the year. Owen Chatelain his 7th. Gave the Metcalfe Jets a 2-goal back, just a moment apart. Although it was just a little too late, and they showed some good fight, but were unable to quite get themselves back in this game after getting down in quite a big hole quite early. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to move over to the intermission graphics, and then we're going to switch over to the final score here in a moment. 7-2 for the St-Isidore Eagles, taking this one in a very truncated late game, 2 hours total. They finished it in 1:45 with the running clock in the third period. That'll do it here from Metcalfe. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Tommy Young from the Larry Robinson Arena in Metcalfe, Ontario. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Metcalfe Jets YouTube page. We'll be back right here again on Friday evening at 8 p.m. to take on the Westport Rideau.